Okay, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about the making of ASHIOKE cap, and we have the size of the cap 20.5 inches, okay, 20.5. So I'm just going to add 1 inch, okay, without wasting time. I'm just going to add 1 inch, which will make it 21.5, and extra half an inch to complement, because during the making of the cap some places will tend to pull off, so that half an inch will complement those parts that will pull off. Okay, so you're just going to cut extra half an inch, extra 2.5 inches, extra 2.5 inches. Why? Because this cap is the ASHIOKE just have only 6 inches, so it will not be enough for the height of the cap I want to make. So I'm just going to add this extra 2.5 inches. This is for a child. In the case of an adult, you can make use of 3.5 or 3 inches as the case may be. Okay, after that you just have to join it, and note you have to work with a matching thread, like a thread that rhymes with the fabric you're making use of. This is ASHIOKE. I don't know what you call it in your own part and wherever you are watching from. Here we call it ASHIOKE. So this is ASHIOKE, and it's exactly the same color of thread I'm making use of. So this is it. I'm just going to join it, and after the joining, okay, you still have to match, take the seam, that is the seam allowance inside, push it up to one side and still sew the surface. Okay, alright guys, I would suggest please subscribe to my channel, okay, turn on your notification bell and also give us a like, please guys, subscribe to my channel please. Alright, so this is it. I'm just going to work, I'm just going to thread the surface also. Meanwhile, I shifted the seam allowance inside towards one side, so there will be no need of open pressing or ironing. Okay, and this will help relax the joining that I just did now. Okay, so that is it. That's all you need to do for this part to extend the length of the cap. The second step here is to do your gumming, which I'm making use of this thick gum stay, the thickest gum stay. Okay, I'm making use of it, and I'm going to cut it 2.5 for this kid, and for the case of an adult you can make use of 3 inches. Alright, so once you're done cutting it, you can either gum it or sew it. Here I'm going to sew it, okay, because my iron is not that hot to gum it. I'm making use of generator and it's not hitting my iron well, so I'm just going to sew it. Okay, so you also have to take note of something else here. You are not going to gum it from the edge of the ASHIOKE. You're just going to leave half an inch, okay, half an inch allowance, so that, because you are still going to turn the whole thing, so that half an inch will complement for your sewing allowance. So I'm just going to sew it now. I'm just going to join it. The gum stay, remember, is the thickest gum stay. I'm just going to join it to the body of the fabric, that is the ASHIOKE. And remember guys, it's going to be a matching thread, so you don't have a rough work. Okay, please guys, let me plead again, subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification bell icon, give us a like please. Alright, so this is, just have to sew it this two-way to hold the gum stay firm to the ASHIOKE. So that's it. Alright, that is all that is. Okay, after you are done, okay, you just have to dress it well, make sure the front and the back, everything is well relaxed. So the next thing is to lining it, okay, to put the lining. So I'm just going to make use of this fabric as a lining, cut it exactly the same shape of the cap. So as you can see, exactly the same shape of the cap. Okay, and after you are done cutting, all you need to do now is to join it. Okay, remember that half an inch allowance we gave at the edge, so we're just going to sew it off. Alright, so this is it now. You just have to do your joining, join it together, the lining and the cap together, and that's it. Please guys, subscribe to my channel, subscribe please, it will be helpful. Subscribe to my channel. Alright, so once you are done with this, you still have to match the surface. Okay, so sorry for using match, I'm used to this word match. You have to sew the surface of the lining also to hold it firm. Okay, instead of using iron and all this stuff, just have to thread it also. Okay, so this is it. When you are done, you have to iron it to relax it well. Okay, and I'm going to iron it now to relax everything well. And once you are done ironing, the next thing to do is to get the size of the cap. Remember, our size of cap is 20 inches and we added about 1.5 inches. And while joining, you see what we'll be having there. Because after the end of everything, there's some places the thread is going to pull. You know, ASHIOKE doesn't stay firm all through. So this is it. I'm going to trim the excess allowance after the whole thing. Okay, so just going to get the size of the cap. Okay guys, please subscribe to my channel. Okay, turn on your notification bell icon. I just can't pronounce this word, notification bell icon, and give us a like. Okay, so you have to measure the size of your cap now. Remember, we had 20.5, which is 10.2. You can see the little allowance that is remaining there after everything. Okay, so you just have to join it from the tip, okay, and take it down. As simple as it is. Make sure your the inside allowance, you push it towards the lining. Okay, all right. So after that, you still have to take it towards one side. The inner allowance, that is the seam allowance inside, you push it towards one side. Okay, and see thread it perfectly all to the end, even to the lining. Okay, once you thread it, you turn everything to the front to see the beauty of it also. This is it. Once you're done turning it to the front, you still have to hold the lining on the borders of the cap. Okay, so remember, all this stuff is going to be nice if you're working with a matching thread, a thread that matches to the color of the whatever the material you're using. It's not only ASHIOKE, it can be plain material, anything you want to make use of. Okay, but you know, natively we do make use of ASHIOKE. Okay, so once you are done, you just have to, and when you are sewing, as you can see here, you pull up the allowance of the lining, okay, so that it will not be squeezed inside the cap. It will not be excess inside the cap. So you just have to pull up the allowance of the lining and also thread it. Sew it to hold it. Okay, all right, that's it, and that is all about this point. Okay, and you have to trim off this excess, the excess that you got from the excess of the lining. So you just have to trim it off. Okay, all right, that's it guys. Subscribe to my channel. If what you are seeing is helpful, please subscribe to my channel. So this is it. Once you are done, you still have to thread the tip of the cap. That is the place that will be worn on the head, so you have to thread it in order to relax the lining very well. You just have to thread it also. So once you are done threading, the next thing to do is to get the top of the cap. Should I say the roof? Whatever, the top of the cap. Okay, all right, still confirm your measurement. Confirm if you are still working, because through the sewing, at the end of the day, you may be having a smaller size of cap because of the thread you've used on all around the cap. So you still have to measure. Now we have to form the top. Okay, just have to get up to about 8 inches length and 8 by 5 inches, and also the extra. Okay, and join it together. Do the same thing you did on the cap itself. Join it together, push the allowance to go towards one side, and also sew the surface. Okay, as easy as it is. Just have to cut off these edges, as I was talking about, the thread that may be pulling out. Just have to cut it off. All right, so you get exactly the shape of the cap, and so that's it. Get the shape, and that's all. Trim it to get a very curved a very round shape. Trim it very well to get a round shape, and make sure you don't reduce it much, because if you reduce it much, it will end up not sizing the cap. So you just have to match it to see if what you are doing is okay. So here is very perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay. Sorry. So you just have to also get the lining. Get the lining the same shape. All right, trim it very well, then sew it all around. have to hold it together so that you won't be having stress while joining it to the cap. So that's it. And once you're done, you just have to join the cap to the top, okay? A little trimming to match, okay? So you have to join the cap. Alright. Just have to join the cap, okay? This side is a little bit stressful to match everything together, but not that stressful. As long as you have your measurement clear, it won't be stressful for you. Just have to. Alright. So join it all through. Okay guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please turn on your notification bell icon. Give us the like, okay? So that's it. Once you're done with this step, we're almost at the final step, which is the weaving. Some people call it overlocking or whatever. We do call it weaving. So do the weaving in order to secure the thread so it won't be pulling off. Alright, a little trimming to match. Now you have to weave it all around, which is the final step before you get your cap. Alright, so this is, I'm just going to weave it around now. As simple as it is. Guys, make sure you have this weaving machine. It's very, very helpful. Okay, so you won't be running around doing all these little works. So you won't pay for everything actually. So this is it. Once you're done weaving, the final step, just turn it to the front, do the ironing, and voila, you have your ASHIOKE cap. Alright, it's as simple as whatever. It's not even worth a video, but I just felt like somebody may want it actually. So I said, let me record this. Someone out there may be in need of this. It's as simple as whatever. The same process if it's going to have embroidery. And now take note, the joining, okay, the part which you join, when you join the two edges together, is going to be at the center, side center, okay? And you do your ironing, smooth it, everything. That's it. And that is the beauty of ASHIOKE cap. As simple as whatever. Okay guys, subscribe.